Hey, it's Nooch. And if you remember about a week ago, we did the NOOCH Tiers. No, NOOCH not in tiers, but NOOCH Tiers, like a cake, like an onion has layers. Okay, so we had NOOCH Tiers, and we ranked all of the units in the game from bottom to top. All the units in LEGO Star Wars Battles in the beta. So Nooch told you at the time he would spend a week playing with these Poodoo, the Poodoo deck. So that'd be everything from the middle line down, and spend some time playing on that to let you know how it went. That means no one-shots from the X-Wing or the Y-Wing and the TIE Bomber, no Boomaballs, no Porgs, no BB-8s and BB-9s, no seismic charge, nothing in the Admiral tier. We did have to use the Imperial AT-AT because we didn't have enough units, so we went with the bottom unit for the Imperial AT-AT. So let's take a look at the rosters that we used for this period of time with our Poodoo decks. Dark Side, Boba Fett, Probe Droid, Destroyer Droid, AT-AT, Tusken Raider. The Imperial Stormtrooper is the AT-RT, C2B5, Missile Launcher, and the Particle Beam. That's what we used on the dark side. You see no one-shots, no stunning units. Well, we do have the Destroyer Droid, but we're kind of going in, this is difficult. All right, so on the light side, Yoda, Moroff, the Flame Trooper. It's debatable again, but the Imperial side doesn't have a lot of group units. The Gungan Gang, the Rebel Commandos, the Duros Alliance Fighter, Chewie, R2, Missile Launcher, and the Flame Tower. So these are the units we used, and we were going to use them for a week, but it ended up only being a few days because... oh, the horror. The horror. The horror. It was horror. If you could have seen when I named these files, Nooch had named these files like Poodoo 1, UG, Poodoo 2, Loss, drilling down into the depths of insanity. It was bad. Nooch just kept losing and losing and losing. And what we're showing you right now is just footage of the losses. Here's the end of some of these losses. Some of them were losing by 2 towers. We had no way to defend the Ewoks. Without the one-shots, you can't go down there and knock out those Ewok towers, and you got to try to get to them. And your units stop every time they encounter an Ewok to shoot, letting your enemy build up time to come and counter you. There's a 5-stud victory. There are a lot of those. 5-stud loss, excuse Nooch. It was a really, really difficult challenge. Now, Nooch did win a few games. Look at Moroff going to town there. That's kind of a fun little thing. If you learn how to use Moroff, he really does some damage. He's just challenging to keep alive. He's very fragile. But it was just really, really difficult. And we're going to show you a couple of full game videos here of games where if Nooch had the one-shots, he probably could have won those games, even maybe a 5-stud victory. But without the X-Wing, or without the Y-Wing and the TIE Bomber, without the Boomaballs, and without the seismic charge, it really is pretty much impossible to win games in LEGO Star Wars Battles. Maybe at some point down the road there can be challenges introduced by the developers where you have to win without those guys, and we will all end up fighting over the middle of the tower at that point, probably because it is really difficult to get all the way down the field to those back towers when you have no bombs to drop in, nothing to stun people on the way. It's really difficult to walk all the way down to get there. And Nooch learned that. Now, the good part is Nooch played with some units like Moroff, like Chewbacca, really developed a good appreciation for Chewbacca, who Nooch had ranked in that lower half of units. Probably going to move him up because he's kind of like a super battle droid for the light side, except he does area damage. So he wipes out those battle droids. He does damage to multiple Imperial Stormtroopers. He is a really good unit, and Nooch learned a little bit. So it's good to play with units. It's good to play with like a guy like Moroff. Also on the light side, if you can get a tank in front of him and use him right, he can do a lot of damage. And it's fun to watch him work too with that repeating gun that he's got. On the dark side, and the light side, the Probe Droid and the Duros Alliance Fighter, the flying unit, they've got a lot of value. If you can find the right place to use them, you can use them against a Flame Trooper that's advancing alone, or you can use them against a Flame Tower. Any unit that's coming at you, you can use them against Luke and Vader, Yoda. Units that are coming that don't have the ability to fire into the air, that's where you really have the chance to use those units. So the good thing about playing with Poodoo, if you want to try it, and if you find a way to win with that without using the top tier, those top 2 tiers, especially the one-shots and the Boomaballs and everything, then let Nooch know, because Nooch would like to hear about it. Well, we're getting into the full battles here. So this first battle, now you can see it's against Jedi Matt. Jedi Matt, I'm sure, is a great player, but he is about 800 trophies below, 800 or 900 trophies below where NOOCH started this whole thing. So NOOCH started, and by the way, dropped about over 1,000 trophies in process of this whole thing. So got matched up against Jedi Matt, and we're going to show you how if we had had the one-shots in this game, we might have done, we probably would have won this game. So far, NOOCH has got the 2 particle beam towers up, and he's getting attacked by the Grenader and BB-8. We're doing okay. We're just kind of moving along here. Jedi Matt's doing pretty well. We've got him by, what, we have not, did we not kill that BB-8 yet? Yeah, wow, my goodness. Kind of got distracted there to talk about the game. So we're going to get up another particle beam tower. Now, that was one thing that NOOCH learned. Just stopped using those missile launcher towers. I know they're on the roster because they're part of Poodoo. Missile launchers are in the bottom tier with Yoda and Leia. They are Poodoo. Absolute Poodoo. NOOCH put them in, and they just die so fast. They do very little damage. Now, NOOCH has seen since some players that have higher level missile towers, launchers, and they do all right. But you know what the other thing is? They don't attack air units. It's a missile freaking launcher. It doesn't attack air units, so it's just unbelievable to NOOCH. So now you see, look here, we've got a really nice push going. He dropped his Ewoks. We've got the ATRT, ATST or Riot Control Lock or whatever, the Destroyer Droid, and the Pro Droid. We're going to get that tower way, way down. And with 30 seconds left, so look, we got it down to 14, 13, 12. We are getting that tower down. It's going to be within bomber range, 420. If NOOCH had a TIE bomber, right now, this game's over. It's over. But because NOOCH doesn't, he has to, in order to get down there again, he's got to march all the way down the field. Plus, his opponent's got 2 towers on the field. He's going to have to take out at least one of those just to get a tie, which happens. Or was that NOOCH's tower? I think that was NOOCH's tower. Regardless, R2 heals up the X-Wing back there. He's got some momentum. He comes in. He's going to take out NOOCH's tower. This is why the Y-Wings and the TIE Bombers and your Boomer Balls and your Seismic Charges are the best, absolute best units in the game. Because without them, you can't win. You can't win. But no damage. So, again, now here's another side. We're coming from the light side this time. We're going against Buzzin. He's a dark side. We're going to use our Poodoo. Thanks for the good luck, Buzzin. Really appreciate that. Gonna need it. So here comes Yoda. Again, Yoda is Poodoo, man. I think we're actually going to see an example of Yoda being used well, or I think we might have just seen it and NOOCH was ignoring it. But you can't. Oh, there he's protecting Moroff, but Moroff's not taking fire until Yoda dies, and Yoda can damage from the tower anyway. What the heck, man? So I guess Yoda can take damage, but people inside can't. Whatever. So we're trying to fend off Vader with the Duros Alliance fighter. We got the Duros fighting the Destroyer Droid. He's going to die. The Gungan gang, 4 energy for a gang of guys with short stun periods and doing no damage. Such Poodoo. They're probably moving down the list. 4 energy. They're like a 2 or 3. They might be worth 2 because they just don't do any damage. They can hold up the other team, which would be nice for 2. If you can hold the other team for 2 and then bring in some troopers for 3 and then take them out, that's a better use of that card. But at 4, they're just Poodoo. We're healing back up with R2, but he's got this. Buzzin's got a tower sitting right on top of us. So we're going to get to a point, though, where, like NOOCH said, if we'd have had our one-shots, we could have won this game. So let's see how we get there. He stuns Yoda with BB-9. We bring in Moroff. We get to him, we kill him, and now Moroff's targeted, and Yoda actually protects him. See, he's actually not taking damage. He's firing at the tower, and Moroff, I tell you what, when you get him protected or you get a tank in front of him, that's what happens. That's awesome stuff. So that is one benefit of playing with Poodoo or playing with these different cards, is you get to see what they do and how much damage they really are capable of. Now, this is also a little cool. The Gungan's pretty much stunned Darth Vader, but he one-shots him. Every time he takes a shot, he kills one. Does he get killed? Then the bomber comes in and wipes him out. Well, no, they're all still there, aren't they? Now they're stunning that tower. They just don't do any damage. Now, look, there it is. NOOCH could have one-shot that tower with the Y-Wing and had a chance at this game. Maybe not. No, we got a tower up. If NOOCH could hit that tower of the Y-Wing, this game's over. But you can't. You got to march all the way down there and destroy a droid, 2 Imperial troopers, stormtroopers in the way. And NOOCH isn't going to get there, but Darth Vader's going to come in the pro droid and kill NOOCH's tower. So we got that going for us. So, again, playing with Poodoo, really good to develop your skills, hone them, learn how to use different units. Really bad for winning. Really bad. So, now we're going to show 2 battles, light side and dark side, where NOOCH subbed in those one-shot units, the Y-Wing and the TIE Bomber, the Boomer Balls and the Seismic Charge, for just a couple of the Poodoo units. And you're going to see, just with those one-shots in there, you have a chance to win, even with Poodoo. So we're laying down the Riot Control Walker on the Grenadier. Yoda's coming down that side against Boba Fett. We hit all the porgs and stun them with our Seismic Charge. We got Boba Fett's special. We're forgetting to use it. Oh, he's still alive, though. He's still got a chance to use it, maybe, if we can get it against those Ewoks. The Riot Control Walker's walking down to take on the X-Wing, and we use a special, and we take out those Ewoks. That's nice. Boba Fett's still marching with no health left, really, to speak of. Grenadier coming down. Does not have a special, so those porgs are going to take him out. Now he's advancing, but that particle beam tower is going to have really take out the Grenadier. Now we got BB-8 on the troopers. They get him. Porgs coming in. Probe droid going to come in and help the tower clean up. That's one thing. If you launch the probe droid on top of or behind the tower, it won't take damage from those units coming in. So that's another thing to learn from this as well. So we got those stormtroopers in. They're doing some damage. We're just chipping away at that center tower. The probe droid's going to do some more chip damage before it dies. Now that tower looks like it's within bomber range too. So we've got 2 towers up. Again, this is just by having the one-shot. That seismic charge that was launched earlier made that much of a difference. So you do think about it. I would say you don't think about it, but you do. You do, and you think about it, and you know it. So here again, the seismic charge is going to take out the Ewoks. This is before the nerf, by the way. Now it doesn't quite take out those level 8 Ewoks. But took them out, took out R2, took out the tower, finished it off. We're putting pressure on. There's 52 seconds left. We've got a tremendous amount of pressure. He's launched his clone tank on the particle beam tower. Oh, he's going to use BB-8. So his plan was to launch the clone tank, bring in BB-8 to stun that tower, but unfortunately the Tusken Raider got in the way and he got stunned instead, and the particle beam wipes out the clone tank. And the other particle beam is facing off against a flock of porgs. That's probably not good, but the probe droid comes in. Can he save it? No. Probe droid dies to the porgs as well. So here we are. Now look at the damage we're doing down there on the X-Wing, but Yoda's going to stop that. We've seen 2 seismic charges that made a significant difference in this game. Here's another one. The seismic charge. Again, with the nerf, it doesn't quite kill those Ewoks, but still, it stuns them for a longer period. So just having the seismic charge in there, the seismic charge on the bomber, which NOOCH hasn't really used the TIE bomber at all, but it's freed NOOCH up to be able to win a game because you can do that damage, do the stunning down the field. That's the kind of difference that those one-shot units make. Those bombers and the boomer balls. Here's our last one, just to show that you can use Poodoo plus the one-shots to win some games. NOOCH will still tell you, it still was not easy. So don't assume that you can use all Poodoo with the one-shots and just win games like normal. You're not going to. These are not the best decks. But what you will do is learn how to use some better units. There's the Duros Alliance Fighter, who's taken out Darth Vader because Vader can't shoot in the air. And with the boomer balls, see, they're making a difference. We got our Flame Trooper. We have Flame Trooper and Moroff. So the Flame Trooper is tanking for Moroff, who's going to take out the Destroyer. How nice is that? Then in comes the Seismic Charge. So we've already seen our boomer balls make a difference in this game, and we're continuing to use the rest of the Poodoo. And he's got his Guavian in there. And there, we can use the Y-Wing Bomber. Boom, Guavian out. Now, the battle droid dropped just in time to take out Moroff because Moroff was going to kill that tower. So that was a good move. But with the Y-Wing, we took out about 500 damage on that tower, and that's significant. If we didn't have that, we'd have that tower still at like 1,041, and we'd have to march down and get it again. So we are seeing the difference that those one-shots make in the game. All right, we're bringing Flame Trooper. We're just going to go play by play. Bring the Flame Trooper down. Put the Flame Tower up. Here comes Destroyer Droid. He's going to stun that Flame Trooper, knock him backwards. Duros Alliance Fighter comes in to help with the Destroyer Droid. IG-88 was going to take out Duros Alliance Fighter, but the Boomer Balls got him first. Now we got a stun on there, but the Flames got him, and we're going to take out Destroyer Droid. But the Seismic Charge stuns us and takes our tower first. Without our Y-Wing, we'd be in trouble, but we know we can use the Y-Wing to take out that tower. Oh no, we're kind of still in trouble. He's got 3 towers up. Sando has 3 towers up, and we've got 1. And it looks like we're gonna use a Y-Wing. We're gonna stick with. We're taking him on, man. Moral's gonna get that thing down to 1,000. We got 28 seconds left to kill that tower, and there you go. That Duros Alliance Fighter chips away at that tower. Oh, and the Boomer Balls take out IG-88, and that's how you do it. That's what the Boomer Balls do, and the difference that those units make, and that's why they are the Moffs on the NOOCH tiers. So we're going down. We got our Y-Wing. We take everybody out. We hurt him. Look at that Duros Alliance Fighter. He is still going. What a difference maker that was. He been at that low-level help. Now we got a second one on the field even. That guy made a tremendous difference because all our opponent had on the field was those flame towers. So look what you can learn. There's 2 of them doing backflips. That Duros Alliance Fighter really made a difference in that fight just because he had the support of the Boomer Balls and the Y-Wing, I guess. So anyway, that's it for NOOCH. Just wanted to show you that NOOCH did play with the Poodoo. NOOCH got really, really frustrated. NOOCH found a way to use the Poodoo as long as you keep the one-shots in the game. Those Moff units are so, so important. Take a look back at the NOOCH tier video and see what you can mix in there. Mix in 1 or 2 of those Poodoo units so you can get to better understand them. Just don't go with a whole roster full of them because you can't win. And if you figure it out, tell NOOCH because NOOCH would like to know. And always remember, NOOCH too good.